The only way you can proceed in life is being where you are in this very chaotic moment as you feel it. Because chaos is a new order. There is a friction between who I am and what I would like to have in my life. As long as there is a gap between who you are and what you would like to achieve, the chances are they both will be two different things altogether, either you or either what you would like to have. The more you are able to expose yourself, the more you are able to be tenacious with your vulnerability, the more progress you will make. This is the simple law. Facing up front what it is, no matter how it is, as it is the key. And that requires only one thing, just one thing. Your absolute presence right here, right now. If you want to create a future for yourself, the only way you can proceed is to know things in absolute clarity. If the thing that you want to seek disquiets you, it means that it disturbs you to a greater degree. The chances are that you are perturbed, you are not very comfortable with what you want to achieve. And being uncomfortable is the best place to be, to begin with. Why am I saying so? Because the only way you can proceed in life is being where you are in this very chaotic moment as you feel it. Because chaos is a new order. The place where you are right now has you in the making. It always has had you in the making, because you were the one at the helm of the affair, because of which you landed up being where you are. So there is no point complaining about it. Absolutely no. What you should do rather is face up front what it is. If you could just face up front what it is, it will magically change you. But what happens is, once there is a design, and the design is so superficial and so dazzling that we just want to have a lot of fantasies of what would the outcome be if we achieve it. What would the outcome be once we have got it? This is where the real problem lies, because it brings your strength down and scale up your fantasies. This is where the real problem lies, because there is a friction. There is a friction between who I am and what I would like to have in my life. There is a huge gap between the person whom I am becoming and what I would like to seek in my life. As long as there is a gap between who you are and what you would like to achieve, and if the gap between these two even widens further, the chances are they both will be two different things altogether, either you or either what you would like to have. So as long as you are okay with being in chaos where you are at this point in time, you are right in the track, because being in pain is much more better as an option than being comfortable in the land of fantasies, isn't it? That's true. If I am going through a time when everything around me feels really disconcerting to me, it is absolutely okay to be in that specific situation. Why? Because it exposes me, the person who I am. It exposes my vulnerability. And this is what exactly you need to become. You need to become actually vulnerable. You don't need to become confident about what you want to achieve. Absolutely no. The more you are able to expose yourself, the more you are able to be tenacious with your vulnerability, the more progress you will make. This is the simple law. The more tenacious you are with your vulnerability, the more progressive you will become. As simple as that. Whatever demands your concentration disquiets you, whatever brings you closer to the real image of who you are, it frightens the hell out of you. It freaks you out. We keep postponing our own success. because the pool of fantasies, a ripple of excitement is so much pleasing to our senses, so much pleasing to these gray spots of ours, because once it is revealed, we'll be all scattered. This is what the conditioned pattern is. And once this conditioned pattern is broken, a lot could be changed within us. Anything and everything can be transmuted, molded into the best version of yourself. Because it is the very perspective with which you live your life. It is not about finding a specific thing in life. The more you try to find something outside of you, the further that thing will go away from you. That is a simple thing. The more you pursue dreams which is not practical, the further it will go away. And the more fantasies of life which you will finally succumb to will have you in a more of a chaotic situation over and over again. That's how the mind works. Because mind is ruled by emotions. As long as mind is ruled by emotions, any blow of any excitement can throw your life off the balance. That is the main problem. So all we need to do is to create an alignment where we are not ruled by anything and everything. We are just centered. If we learn this technique, that how exposed we could be at each given point in time and be comfortable with it, a lot could change about us. Everything will change about us. That's why all the greatest leaders of the world, they are the most wonderful people in the world, aren't they? So the only thing that revolves around you is how exposed you could be. Because the more exposed you are, the more stronger you will become. Because the more you would like to envelope yourself with the layers of illusion, the more weak, feeble character you will become over a period of time. So all the feeble character have the layer of illusions around them. They wear the blanket of illusions around them. So the more you challenge yourself to become a better version of yourself by shedding off the illusions one by one, you will see the brighter days ahead. You will see that things are happening and turning the corner for you because you are changing as a person. You are evolving as a person. And as you do that, the being who you are will be much more important than the very pursuing nature of what you'd like to have. Because anyway, what you'd like to have will fade into insignificance after some time. After having achieved it, it will be just a very mediocre thing. Now we want to further go ahead. And this loop of success will keep happening around the clock in your life. So this loop of success will always be there. There's nothing wrong in it. We all are human beings and we aspire to achieve more and more. That's the way we are. That's how we have been designed. And we shall always aspire to go up the ladder towards success. Absolutely. We can never stop ourselves. Stopping is like dying. There's no change there. But we as human beings have one possibility, that change is our nature and is our birthright. And that is possible just putting yourself into this present moment, into this present situation, which requires exposure of our own self, which at times frightens us, which at times freaks us out. This is exactly what we needed. This is exactly what is required at this point in time, to have our absolute presence right here, right now, wherever we are. Absolute involvement into this present moment. This intensity of awareness will magically change your life. And so even though you achieve anything that you dream of, it's one thing and it keeps happening. That's why you see around the world today, the people who achieve one thing after the other, and it keeps happening. They achieve one thing and the other thing comes up, and they keep achieving more and more and more and more. In fact, they are not in the loop of it. It's just that they have molded themselves into such a way that success does not hit them in their head. And as far as failure is concerned, it's just the other day. Anyway, it doesn't make a difference to their lives. They would not be washed away by any blow of failure. They have learned how to turn failures into triumphs. And that happens only when you are able to respond to each happening of your life in a way that enhances the life experiences. So if you could accept this part, that everything is there to enhance your life, no matter what it is, it may be positive, it may be negative, it could have any color or texture, it could be black or white or green, whatever it is. It's just the experiences of life. It is not life itself. Everything that you gather from anything in the world, no matter who is giving it, no matter who is there to get you what you like or you don't like, it does not matter. You just know it, that it is there to enhance your life. If it has to be there, you don't have to accept it. If it's not of your choice, absolutely not. If it doesn't suit you, you don't have to accept it. But if it is designed to be part of your life, and if you accept it, embrace it as it is, just as an add-on to the experiences which will further enhance the experiences of life. These experiences, if they are accepted as they are and embraced, a divine will work for you. A greater dimension will appear right before you. You'll exactly be headed in the right direction. Usually, these things do not happen. So the problem here is that resistance. The more you resist the change, the horrible it will become. It will exacerbate the matter. It will create blockages on your way. It will create more obstacles on the way. And then you will lament later, oh, what did I do wrong to have all these impediments in my way? I'm not making any progress. In fact, it was you. It was your resistance to the change. But something happened in the past and you resisted, and the block that could have been cleared was further cemented with more blocks. That's the only reason facing up front what it is, no matter how it is, as it is the key. And that requires only one thing, just one thing: your absolute presence right here, right now. If you have reached to that level of evolution, then all there is not to dictate you. Success will not dictate you. Failure will not dictate you. No one will dictate you. You are the captain of your ship. And there's no big deal about it. It's your nature. It's your natural way of being.